If you're a landlord in Singapore, this might actually trigger you, but it will save you money. Most landlords I meet tell me the same thing. They just want good rental yield and on-time payment. They say, these two match, I can ready. Find me a tenant. Fair, makes sense, but actually you're worrying about the wrong things. Your biggest risk, right, is not the rent. It's actually a tenant profile. I see this happening every month in Singapore. Tenants pass don't get renewed, companies suddenly want to downsize, or they relocate the employee to another country or to their home country where they pay in their currency. So it's much cheaper for them, and it makes more operational sense. So what happens when this happens to you and your tenants? So your tenants have diplomatic clause in Singapore, so their deposit is protected. But for landlords, nothing protects you. There's no rule that help you, when the tenant loses a job or leaves Singapore halfway. And honestly, right, just because you can squeeze 6 to 8 people in your unit doesn't mean that you should actually do it, right? And that's how the unit gets thorough, disgusting, the tenancy breaks, and no rental, right? So this is where most landlord who DIY get it wrong. They screen the tenant like this, like whether they can pay the rent or not. Because maybe you're asking for a high price and the tenant's saying that I can pay. They have the deposit to pay. But how sustainable is that? So that's how I screen. I screen the tenants on how long they can actually stay and what's the probability of them renewing the contract year to year or every 2 years. I also check their work history in Singapore, like how long they stay in Singapore, what is the experience like, what's the destination, what kind of company they work in, how big the company is, and of course their past situation, and verify whether the EP, SP and WP, everything is valid and approved for how long. So that is your real protection. Your first line of defense is not the contract, because it doesn't really protect you much in terms of this kind of situation, but it's the way you choose your tenant. So this is based on 10 years of local market rental, where I've done hundreds of rental deals for full unit to room rental, and I see too many landlords make this kind of mistakes. So you can do it yourself and you just hope for the best, or you can protect your property well. Okay, so if you're a landlord and you want a peace of mind, just reach out to me at 8688-5560. I'll help you get the correct tenant and not just any tenant who's willing to pay.